Aloha mai kako. I'm Kaipoʻi K. I'm here to explain why there is a large language difference between our kupunas and our moʻopunas. Historically, after the illegal overthrow of the Hawaiian Kingdom in 1893, a law was enacted in 1898 that banned Hawaiian language as a language of medium education in the public school system. And so after that ban was put into effect, our elders who spoke Hawaiian in school were either humiliated, beaten, or often their teachers would go to their homes and their parents were told not to speak Hawaiian to their children in order for them to succeed in the new world and in the new ways. Hawaiian language should be diminished as English should increase. So in lots of families, stories I hear that only the kupunas would then talk to each other in Hawaiian, and their children, the makua, who will become later, were often left out in that dialogue and conversation because they listened to the advice of those teachers. It wasn't until after statehood in 1959, and then in 1978, there's a state constitutional convention which made Hawaiian and English dual language of the state of Hawaii. So it wasn't until the late 80s, early 90s that some Hawaiian language educational teachers pushed to have Hawaiian reinstated back into the Department of Education as a way for the state to help bring back Hawaiian language, and it was their duty to support native language and culture. Yeah, and so the reason why these families pushed for Hawaiian to come back, because when you learn another language or you learn your own language, it opens another door, another way for you to look at the world. But also, this is the only place in the world where Hawaiian is the home language. Olelo Hawaii was the language of everything, of commerce, of banks, in the courthouse, made the laws. All before that law in 1888, everyone spoke Hawaiian. And so there's a couple proverbs that come to mind. Iko olelo no keola, iko olelo no kamake, which means in life there's language and in death there's language too. What's most valuable about Olelo Hawaii is the No'ono Hawaii, or Hawaiian thought and thinking, which is slowly diminishing too. When you lose a language, you lose the Hawaiian thought process, and you lose an indigenous way of looking at the world that can only be found here. Yeah. So when we stop speaking the language, then death. But when we try as much as we can, also life. And so there's one more I want to finish with, and it's called Inu Kawai Ele Ele. And this makes reference, Inu Kawai Ele Ele Akapoʻi K, drink the black waters of the learned people. And this is in reference to the newspaper movement from the 1830s all the way up to 1940s, where we had over 125 Hawaiian language newspapers. If you take all those newsprints and you put them on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper today, you have over 1 million pages of Hawaiian language printed that still has not been totally all read yet. And so I call that the national treasure. And so that's a source for us today to go back and tap into what they were saying back then, because they were writing down all of their manao for us to capture now, because it's still relevant to what we're doing today. So with that then, ho'omau ka olelo, e ho'omau ka no'ono'o, e ho'omau na mea Hawaii. Mahalo.